Hello my friends and welcome to The Simple Sober Life. I am Joshua and I help others make small changes in their lives so they can create a life of awesome. It is Wednesday and it is the day before Thanksgiving. I actually was able to get out of work early today. Instead of the regular 6 o'clock, I was able to get out at 4:30. So that gave me plenty of time to shoot this video and I'm super excited about it. I hope you are too. Well, again, it's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and it is a 4-day weekend. I haven't had a 4-day weekend in, I couldn't even tell you how long. You know, I always have my own business. I always work in either restaurant jobs or other jobs, and I have never had a 4-day weekend for as long as I can remember. So I'm super excited about celebrating my first 4-day weekend. I'm going to be spending Thanksgiving with Katie and her family. I'm going to be making the turkey and a crunchy pea salad. Katie's going to be working on a bunch of different sides. Brian's going to be making about 17 different desserts. So there is no carb watching tomorrow for sure. But I'm super excited. And then Friday, I've got to take my car back into the shop to have some more work done on it. They didn't have the part last time, so I need to go in and have the next part put on. And a couple of other things kind of popped in on my car. The check engine light went on. It's not flashing, it's solid. So it's a whole thing. This is basically a money pit of a car. So make sure to do your research and try many cars before you actually decide on purchasing one. Anyway, that's my lesson for today. But I didn't receive it. I listen to a morning show every single morning, the Elvis Duran morning show. It's a syndicated radio show out of New York. I love it. They have such great chemistry and they're awesome. And one of the things that they do periodically is they'll bring a list in and, you know, talk about the list. You know, those lists that you get from magazines like Vogue or Cosmo or GQ or whatever. But this list is 20 things to learn in order to live your best life. Now I'm going to scratch out that last part and put life of awesome, because that's what I'm all about. I want to help people create a life of awesome. And I'm just going to go over the list, and I would love to get your feedback on it. Comment down below, let me know what you think of the list. If there's anything you'd like to add or take away, just comment down below, let me know. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel by hitting subscribe over there and hit that bell when you subscribe so you get notified each time I create a video. My friends, here we go. So number 1 on this list of 20 things to learn in order to create a life of awesome is people come and go. And I have experienced this so many different times in my life. You know, I used to, get so downtrodden and depressed when someone would, kind of leave out of my life. Whether I would leave or they would leave, it kind of leaves a void where that person used to be. I know when I moved to California, I left from Missouri. I left so many great people behind. And, it was hard. It was really hard to leave those people behind. And, over the years, we've kind of fallen out of communication. And, some of them will pop back up once in a while. And here recently, a number of them have popped up and shown support. And, we've reconnected. So people come and go. That's just unfortunately how life is. I guess maybe not unfortunately, because some people were meant to just come into our lives for a brief period of time, serve a purpose, whatever that may be, and then move on. And the same thing goes with us. We come and go out of different people's lives all the time. And so people come and go. The second item in this list is every lesson has a price. I can't even begin to tell you how many lessons I've learned, and they have always come at a price. The one that sticks out primarily in my head was, when I was drinking, I wanted to stay on that. I wanted to be able to drink how I wanted to drink and do the things I wanted to do. and I lost one of the best relationships I had ever been in. You know, he was a great guy. You know, we really connected. We were together for over 7.5 years. We bought a house together, and that was definitely a price I had to pay for the lesson of, you know, what my tolerance is, and you know, what I'm able to do in life and what I'm not able to do in life. And you know, some of those prices for lessons I've learned haven't been quite as dramatic, but you know, that one really sticks out in my head. Number 3 on the list is I've got my list over here in the background, so if you see me kind of peeking over, I'm using a cheat sheet, so I know exactly what the list is. Keep people who care close. Now this is a key one. This one is a key one, especially for me. You know, I've been very fortunate in life to come across people who actually care about me, you know, for whatever reason, you know, even when I didn't care about myself. And even though we would come and go out of contact, they always seem to kind of come back in life. And what's amazing about these people is we can pick up right where we left off. I recently reconnected with a friend that I was with, that I hung out with a lot in high school, and she's just, she's awesome. She's pretty much one of my biggest fans right now, and you know, I have so much appreciation for her. And you know, she's always encouraging me to do videos, pop in ideas, and you know, let me know what's going on in her life, and I let her know what's going on in mine. And you know, it's great. And then, you know, I've got other friends that I have a best friend that I've had for, gosh, 20 years now. And while we don't talk all the time, you know I can feel her energy, even when, you know, we're 1,500 miles away. And, you know, we'll pop in with text or Facebook Messenger or whatever every once in a while, and it'll be like, you know, we never left. So keeping those people who care about you close. You know, I've recently, within the past, I guess 6 months or 5 months or so, you know, I've moved in with my sister, and, you know, the love in this house is just incredible. So, and, you know, I get to watch their little 2-year-old daughter, Callie, you know, kind of grow up, and just what she's learned in the short time I've been here is amazing. So keeping those people who actually care close to your heart. I love this one. So number 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, I love the next one. Hold on. Number 4 is relationships take effort. I think we kind of know that. Whether it's a friendship or a love interest or, you know, a partner, obviously relationships take some sort of effort on both ends. And when one person just starts giving up and one person is always giving, that's when, you know, that teeter-totter kind of tilts in the wrong direction, and you know, it just makes it harder. I don't think relationships should be hard, but I mean, you know, I probably wouldn't have lost contact with all of those people that I was friends with if I'd made an effort. You know, give them a call once in a while, shoot them a text periodically, and whatnot. But you know, it takes some effort on both ends. Now the next one is the one I love. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Item number 5 on this list. The grass is greener where you water it. You know, we've always heard that phrase, the grass is greener on the other side. Meaning that, you know, someone else always has it better. But if we're able to, you know, actually make where we're standing greener, if we're able to actually improve the life that we have right now, how cool would that be? And that's actually one of the fundamental purposes of this channel, you know, showing you how my life is continuously getting better in hopes of inspiring and encouraging someone else to do the same, whatever that may be in your life. But the grass is greener where you water it. You know, if you want to start that business, instead of looking at someone else and saying, wow, they have so much success, da da da, I wish I had that. Let's try creating our own success. If you like if you envy someone else's relationship, maybe try working on the one that you're in, either with friends or family or a loved one, a partner. You know, make that grass as green as you possibly can. And I absolutely believe that will lead to a life of awesome. Number 6, you can't please everyone. This is so true. And, you know, I guess I kind of consider myself a people pleaser. I like to make other people happy, you know, however that may be, in whatever capacity I'm able to do that. But the fact of the matter is, not everyone's going to like you. I know it's hard to believe. I can't even believe it myself. I mean, I think I'm absolutely wonderful. So why someone wouldn't like me is beyond my comprehension. But you can't please everyone. You can't make everyone happy all the time. If that were the case, then we wouldn't even need politics. We wouldn't need war. We wouldn't need any of this other stuff. We'd all just be skippy and happy-go-lucky, farting rainbows and shooting glitter. It'd be wonderful. Maybe for a minute. I don't know. The drama's kind of interesting. But we can't please everyone. Oh, the next one kind of contradicts that, and it says, know who to please. So, if we can't please everyone, and, you know, we can't please no one, hopefully we don't please no one, who do we want to please? Well, in my opinion, we definitely want to make sure that we please ourselves. And, you know, we want to make sure that we're leading a life that encourages us to be happy with ourselves. But also within that, the article goes on to recommend that you try and please bosses, you try and please, you know, the important people in your life, rather than the people who just want to come and go. The next one is, you need connections. Now, I don't know about you, but I kind of consider myself an introvert. You know, I like to be by myself, and I like to just chill and do some writing or watch some TV, or, you know, I'll go to the movies or a restaurant by myself. I have absolutely no problem just hanging out with myself. And I enjoy that part of me. But I also need to make connections with other human beings. And that doesn't mean through Facebook, that doesn't mean through Instagram, or even through these videos. While I love doing that, you know, that human interaction is imperative to, you know, leading a happy, awesome life. So maybe make it a goal to go out and meet one new person a month, however that may be. Join a book club. You know, do some charity work, you know, something that you might be interested with other people who have common interests. The next one, and let me count this down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 9, no one cares. Actually, in the article, it says no one gives a shit, but I don't know. I think never mind, that's a different topic. No one cares. So have you ever had someone who the only thing that they know how to do is complain? Don't you get tired of it after a while? Isn't their negative energy just kind of like an emotional vampire that just kind of sucks the life force out of you? And finally, you just want to say, I really don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tired of listening to your problems, blah, 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 blah. But the same thing goes for you. If you are the one who is, you know, constantly, ugh, my life sucks, nothing's going right, people get tired of listening to it. And, you know, it took me, you know, some time to kind of snap out of that emotional mindset that, you know, my life was really sucking. And so, you know, every day I just kind of slop into work, whatever job I was working, and be like, ugh, this happened today, and this happened today, and yeah, this bill came in, and I'm not making enough money. And, Do you know how many people cared? Not a single one. So the next one is, no one owes you anything. So I know millennials get a bad rap. And believe it or not, I am technically a millennial. I was born in 81, and I think it's 81 to like, I don't know, like 99 or something like that. I forget what the year range is for that generation. But I am a millennial. And, you know, to be completely honest, I kind of had a mindset of, you know what, the world owes me, you know, the pleasure of being rich and famous, or, you know, it owes me a nice car, and it owes me a good house, and it owes me a wonderful relationship, and it owes me everything I deserve. Guess how much of that has happened because I deserve it? Not a one. The only time I have ever had success in any element of my life is when I have actually worked hard for it. So when I actually, you know, put in the time, put in the energy, put in the money, put in whatever I have to do in order to get what I want, is when I actually get what I want. So I am not owed anything. This next one, I get it, but I think they're stating the obvious. It says physical appearance isn't everything, it's how you carry yourself, which is I absolutely believe. Confidence goes a long way. But how do you get more confidence? For me, I had to drop 40 pounds before I actually had the confidence to, you know, maybe go on a date, or, you know, actually feel like I valued myself enough to talk to someone, or, you know, strike up a conversation with someone I've never met before. So, yes, I see where they're coming from, but on the other hand, I am a vain person. And I will be the first one to tell you that. You know, I'm still not 100% about, you know, how I look right now. My hair right now is floppy mess. I'm still 30 pounds overweight. And while I understand it's not everything, it's how I carry myself. And I do carry myself better now, but I still want to be more physically attractive. Okay? So, yeah, that one, it's obvious, but I kind of want to throw it in the background. The next one is pride isn't everything. And, you know, along with the vanity, I'm going to hell just for committing all these 7 deadly sins. Pride isn't everything. I have always been a very prideful person, and it has kind of kicked me in the butt several times. And what I liked about what the article said was, you know, the relationships that you have in your life is much more important than the pride you have in yourself. So next time when I do something to offend someone, or I wrong someone, maybe it might be better to swallow my pride than just kind of pretend it never happened and allow that person to continue to feel bad about themselves, because I don't want to, admit that I was wrong or something along those lines. Now, I have to admit, in my maturity, in my aging years, I've gotten a lot better about this, about recognizing the signs of, you know, maybe when I have offended someone, whether or not I intended to, and, you know, made an amends or apologized for it. I think I'm a lot better at admitting my faults and admitting when I'm wrong now. Or am I just being prideful and kind of boastful about the steps I'm making? I don't think so. I think I'm able to recognize the progress that I've made. But pride isn't everything. I love this next one too, and let's count it down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, if I'm counting correctly. Make peace with yourself. Now, there is a lot of baggage that we all have. I know I've got a lot of baggage. But the sooner that I was able to come to terms and actually make peace with, my faults and, the things that other people have wronged me for, there's kind of less, there's no kind of about it. There's a lot less stress. And it's a much better feeling than carrying the weight of, your transgressions and, your mental stability about how you feel about yourself and things like that. So when I was 40 pounds heavier, I wasn't able to say, okay, this is who I am right now. It doesn't have to always be like that. I was constantly in the mirror, degrading myself and putting myself down and saying I'll never amount to anything, and just on and on and on. And all that did was add more stress. And so all I did was add more weight. And so many other elements in my life played out like that because I've always been so hard on myself. And, when I'm actually able to take a deep breath and look at, the pretty cool life that I have and, the progress that I've been able to make, it kind of gives a calming sensation, at least for a few minutes, But enough about that. Make peace with yourself. The next one is don't be afraid of ridicule. And I have to admit, I am bad about this. Not necessarily being afraid of ridicule, but if we're going to be completely honest, I'm usually the one doing the ridiculing. And that's something that I need to work on a little bit more. My mom taught me right. We always do it behind someone's back. That's terrible. I shouldn't say that. But, I don't think I ever purposely put someone down or ridicule someone to their face. But as soon as their back is turned, I might think something. Oh, goodness. But when it comes back at me, people are going to do it. People are going to be like me, and they're going to ridicule, and they're going to be sarcastic, and they're going to, put others down. And that's a shame. That's actually really sad. I just realized how sad I am. But don't be afraid of it. The only thing that really matters is how you feel about yourself and how you can make progress and what those who actually care about you think, that was kind of heavy. I actually had a self-realization. I'm gonna have to work on some more stuff. But the next one is life is never fair. I don't really think that one needs much explaining. We've heard it all our lives. Our parents began telling us that when we were about 2 years old. Life isn't fair. I know, I remember hearing it when I was really young. It's not fair! Well, yeah, no kidding. Life is never fair. If life was fair, then I'd be driving a Maserati and, on the arms of, I don't know, Chris Hemsworth or something. But, yeah, life isn't fair. Get over it. Live what you believe in. Now, this is a really cool one. And this has actually taken me quite a bit to come to terms with, because especially like when I was younger, I was more of a chameleon. And so I would bounce from social group to social group to social group. And my ideals would change based on what group I was in. And now that I've, matured and, I've kind of grown into myself, I actually have, a solid, set of beliefs and understandings, and I'm not willing to waver from that. I believe my success is important, but I'm not willing to, step on the backs of other people in order to get there. I think there's enough room at the top for everyone. And so, that's just one of my beliefs. And I can't say that I would ever screw over anyone just to make, some extra cash, but know your beliefs and live by your beliefs. Count your blessings is the next one. And I recently started doing this on a mild case. So every morning at work, I have to be at work at 6 a.m. And, since the time change, the sun starts coming up about 10 till 7 or so. And at this time, every day, I take a step outside, whether it's cloudy, whether the sun is coming up, or however the weather may be. I take a deep breath in, and I look at the horizon. And over the steel yard, sometimes it's foggy, which is really kind of cool. Sometimes the sun is peeking up over the horizon, and the clouds start turning different colors. Yesterday, it was like colors of orange and purple on the sunrise. And I say to whatever higher power may be out there, thank you for today. I think that's the simplest blessing that we could all be grateful for. Just thank you for today. We actually get up and we get to live another day in this awesome life. And, things may not be as perfect as you want them yet, but you have the opportunity today to actually take steps forward and, make progress into creating that life of awesome that you want. That's pretty cool. And of course, there are many, many other blessings that I so often take for granted. And sometimes we just need to stop and say, thank you. Choose your battles is the next one. Choose your battles. I used to get all worked up about other people's business and, take sides and all this other stuff. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And I was the guy who always had to be right. I thought when I was younger about being a lawyer because I loved to argue and I loved to make points and, and kind of manipulate the situation into a gray area so it's more than likely that you could be wrong. Today I am grateful to say I don't do that as much. But yeah, I pick my battles. If someone comes at me at work, for some stupid little thing or whatever, I'm like, okay. And, I usually just kind of blow it off and let it go, and that's it. And fortunately, that hardly ever happens. So I'm grateful about that. But choosing your battles, that's the topic we're on right now. Choose your battles wisely. Make sure that the battles that you're choosing are not some insignificant thing that isn't going to matter in about 30 seconds. I hear so many stories about relationships that are absolutely torn apart because of some insignificant thing that neither one of them can even remember today. Think of all that time lost. Wow. Yeah. Think about how much life would have been different had you just chosen a different path for that battle. Not that you can change it now, but maybe you can make an amends or, do some course correction or something like that. Choose your battles. Number 19 is view others' perspectives. And I don't know about you, but I actually love doing this. I absolutely love doing this. I like getting into other people's minds and kind of seeing how they think. You know, what makes them tick and things like that. I was having a conversation with a coworker today, and you know, he's a very country guy from Alabama. We are two separate worlds apart. And you know, he was talking to me about, you know, his Thanksgiving plans and his wife's family. And you know, he was kind of blowing off some steam about his wife's family, who are all congregating on into his house tomorrow for Thanksgiving. And apparently he has a cousin's wife or something, her cousin, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But she's young, and so she's constantly flipping like her ideals and things like that. First she's vegetarian, then she's with PETA, and then she wants a steak, and then bah, 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 bah. But whatever tick she's on, she's kind of headstrong into it. And you know, it was interesting listening to him talk, because I could kind of see both sides of the story. You know, he's an avid hunter, you know, he raises chickens, and he uses all the different parts of, you know, the animal, from the eggs and the chicken, and you know, the chicken for food, and then he goes deer hunting and he uses that and whatnot. And I can see kind of both sides, which is interesting. And I really like having that quality, because if you come at me with a different point of view, I'm more than happy to be open and listen. Even I may not completely agree, but I will at least try to understand where you're coming from. And that's actually served me quite well. And I would highly encourage you to at least try to open up to other perspectives. It's a great way to form new relationships or build on old ones, just by being open to someone else's point of view. And last but not least, and I think this is probably the most important one, is be kind. Just be kind. That's all we have to do. Be kind to one another. You know, we don't have to agree with everyone. We don't have to, you know, we don't have to go up to random strangers and give them a great big hug. Just be kind. And that actually kind of makes life a lot simpler. So I hope you enjoyed this list. It was the 20 things you need to learn in order to create your best life. Scratch that. Life of awesome. All right, my friends, I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday and you have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Enjoy that time with your family. It's only for a little bit, so you can get through it. But make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below. What'd you think about this list? Is there anything you would add or take away? Is there anything that really stuck out to you? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.